大家晚安，我是阿凯。哎呦 ，KOF 啊你，没想到竟然是你先来了，吓到了。他说明天发表会有点激情，没错。不过他好像有说，明天发表会是那个第三方的跟 VR，但第三方应该有那个 FF16，希望来点消息。好了，我今天要继续玩西域禁地。昨天没有开台，但是昨天我有去抓鱼，我偷晚去抓鱼，花了2个小时抓鱼跟抓螃蟹，为了剩袋子。好啦，我现在在哪里？哦，我在自毛地。我跑去海边哦，跑好远啊。然后在这里抓了2个小时的鱼，还有龙虾、乌龟，不没有乌龟啦。好了，我们看一下，我主线我已经全部拿到函式了，3个函式都拿到了，但是我想要再去解个支线。我解这个追根究底，我应该有跑到它附近了，而且我等级已经50了呢。哎，真的啊，我靠近过。这个燕爪的时候有点难打，我去打，我路过而已，然后被打，差点被打趴。我们从这里开始啊，我们先把这个支线解完，解完之后我们去跑个主线。怎么是晚上啊？好，燕爪的时候有空再打。他等级好像42的样子。然后那边有一堆精锐的那个红眼守侍者，没想到精锐红眼守侍者还蛮强的，那5、6只一起出来，直接沼泽地啊，湿湿的。可以玩安呢。讲到明天的发表会，我记得我看到一张图，不知道真的假的。那个 FF16 11月会出啊，但是那个不知道是不是改图。这是什么？无人机。啊，先抓无人机。爬不上去啊！它那么高。
Those Tanakh might have been trying to collect this stuff when the machine attacked. They made a run for it, but didn't make it.
这个爬不上去，没有路可以爬。好吧，那只能离开这里啊。那个是要用飞的、啊，我没办法飞。好了，走。既然没有就算了。因为我去注意到那个什么日历者是可以覆盖的，那它是可以飞的，那个不知道是可以坐起，或者是单纯只是攻击型的怪物而已。好了，我到这里了，一个新的城镇。 Hello，
Thorn Marsh. Quite a sight, isn't it? Never thought I'd find myself this deep into Tenakth
铁卫夫说我
territory.
看到清单了
Have。you run into any trouble?
I've been keeping my head down. Had to duck into the swamps a couple of times to avoid Tenakth patrols.
日
Well,
历者是可以飞的啊，
I'm here now,
可以骑吗
so？spill it. Who is Amatis, really?
我看到的不是
Like I
清单
said，
我
before,
说
he helped me
FF16
put a
的
stop
当
to
车
a
日记，
hunter-killer machine out in the wilds.
我看到不是清
At
单，
first,
是一
he
张
thought I was just
标题，
another hunter from the
然后
lodge who only
下面
cared
写
about the
的
biggest
11
machine
月
trophy.
叉叉号，
And I thought he was just a grouchy hermit living in the woods. But then
但那有
he
可能是
trusted
改
me with
改
the
出来，
truth. Told me
反正是
how
还
the
没发
Red
表的都是
Raids
假
took
的。
everything from him. Seeing that side of him, I don't know, changed things.
You love him, don't you?
I think I might, yeah.
Then why did you part ways?
When he told me how he failed to save the woman from his past, I told him how I made peace with my father and brother's deaths. He realized he needed to do the same on his own.
Wait. When we searched that Red Raid's battlefield together, you said he'd lost someone close to him there. I thought you meant a fellow soldier.
She was. Women aren't allowed to serve in the Karja army, but Nessa disguised herself so she could.
女扮男
Amatis
装
kept her
花木兰
secret.
啊，
When he left to come out west, he promised he'd send word that he was all right, but his letter never
这么
came.
快不快可能啊？
So you set out to find him.
And when we do,
哎呀，
I'll
明
have
天
words
早
for
上就知
him
道
for
了。
leading us on this wild goose
明
chase.
天睡醒看人家
Well,
整理就好
at
了，
least I kind of understand now.
不然早上6点谁起
Amatis
得
thought
来？
Nessa died on the battlefield. But when he learned that the Tenakth took prisoners back west, he kept going. So I guess now we
我
find
现在可以
this
8点起
prison,
床就不错
the
了。
rot.
I did some scouting while I was waiting. I think I might have found the way.
Lead on then. Do you think Nessa might still be alive?
I doubt it. Any Karja prisoners from the Red Raids would have been killed or returned home by now.
Then what's Amatis after?
I think he just needs to know.
查个明白啊！新战神都等它发霉了。第一方独占的还有一款啊，那个死亡回归，我是在玩。我是升级了那个 PS 加升级，然后我来玩一下，因为我剩1个月的时间，刚好把它升一升。但是一个月过后，我就不知道要不要包高级的，基本是一定会啊，因为我还要想要连线。
Over
有
here,
人
you flaming hunk of scrap.
That's him!
这是一排是怎样？
That fire claw's right on his heels.
The measure alone.
我在说而已啊，他只剩一半。
We've got your back! Here, Aloy, reload! My aim's as sure as the sun rises.
哇，好高啊！要射他的肩膀吗？因为他的拿我的牌。把他赢过来。来，点一下。怕。 实在安呢。你们 我可以回收他的陷阱吗？我缺钱。他做那么多，可是好像刚刚不太怕，用爪兽好像不太怕。好了，跟他讲话。
Talana,
You were supposed to let me
8 月
know
仙
you
剑七
were
会上
okay.
PS 跟 PS5
I was going
好
to
像
send a
有
message
听说，
right after I
但是我
crossed
不会
into
玩
the
了，
desert with an Oseram
因为那时候
caravan.
我应该在玩别的。
But when it became clear that the tunnel had collapsed behind us, I figured the only thing I could do was press on. Seeing as you found a way out here, however, clearly I was wrong. I'm sorry. The last thing I wanted was to worry you.
So, you must be Amatis.
And you must be Aloy. Talana's told me a lot about you.
有没有第十？
And I guess you must know about me.
A little. We know you're headed for the rot. But what are you hoping to find there?
A clue. Or a shred
查
of
奈
one.
莎怎么的？
Anything about Nessa's fate. Maybe she died on the battlefield.
反正就是他
Or
人
maybe
死
she
的电
wasted
视
away
机
in
就
that
对了。
prison. Either way, I have to know.
Talana told me about you
所以
and
一个是
Nessa
现任女友，
during
一
the
个是
Red
前女友。
Raids.
啊，
You
我
kept your
是外人
secret.。
We were both assigned to the Southern Spear Division. Our orders were to push into Tanakh territory through the tunnel. She was proud to serve the Sundom at first. But as the atrocities mounted, we both saw the raids for what they were.
And the two of you grew close?
We did what we could to protect innocent lives. It felt like we were the only ones who objected to the slaughter. And yes, we were close. Until the Battle of the Burning Blooms.
What happened at the Battle of the Burning Blooms?
I had intel that the Tanakh forces were greater than we had anticipated. I tried to convince my commander to halt the attack. He was a drunken lout. And when I threatened to reveal his incompetence to Karja High Command, he pulled a knife on me. So I killed him.
In self-defense.
It was still murder. I was condemned. But I thought at least I could still save Nessa. I was too late. By the time I got to the battle, the fields were already burning. The soldiers
比得上克劳
slaughtered
德吗？
or missing. What's more, the commander I had killed was from a powerful noble house. They put a bounty on my head. Been on the run ever
整个亚
since.
罗伊只是一个
Red
路过
Raids
的
are
人。
long over. Sun King Avad would pardon you if he knew.
The Sun King can't help
A
me.
pardon from Avad won't stop bounty hunters eager to claim their prize.
好，你跟塔拉那为什么又有一腿了？
So, you and Talana, sounds like the two of you had an adventure out in the wilds.
Clawstriders, a hunter-killer, mercenaries, a shell snapper. Nothing could get in her way.
A scruffy hermit in the woods certainly tried.
That was foolish of him, in hindsight.
塔拉那感觉有点不耐烦。
Well, we're here now. So let's head to the
败
rot.
之地是哪里
I
呢？
can't ask you to come with me. I feel bad enough you've come this far.
I didn't come all this way just to leave you now. We'll see this through together.
I know better than to try to talk you out of it. Come then. The rot's not far. The rot's along the shore, but we'll have to stick to the woods to avoid being seen.
How did you find it?
I overheard a Tanakh patrol from the nearby village talking about it. Figured it out from there.
What were you gonna do if we hadn't found you? Take it on alone?
I only need to question one
有
guard.
危机，我等下去。
Figured I'd grab someone when they're by themselves.
Well, now you have us.
We're getting close. Just a little further.
希望这个任务解完可以送一个好康的。到了。
There it is. The rock.
Those are Regala's rebels. They're waging civil war against the rest of the Tenakth. They must have taken over the prison.
Then they would have killed any of the guards. They were my last hope of finding out if Nessa was there.
Maybe not. There might still be some clue inside.
Even after all this time?
Aloy can see much more than you or I.
And let's do it. Any scrap of hope is better than nothing.
We'll have to find another way in. The front gate looks impenetrable.
And there's no way we're scaling those walls.
You two stay here. I'll see if I can find another way in and get that gate open. I should check around the sides. Might be a way in from the water.
是海鸥吗？
Go on. We'll stay out of sight.
包包我已经升到剩2、3个还没升满，其他都满了。我都已经昨天真的花2个小时去找了，去抓鱼，抓螃蟹，抓那个龙虾，抓海鸥。哎，不错。好啦，我要找入口。直接杀进去就好啦。应该有个缺口之类的。还有囚犯。这是洞啊！没有，亚如一说要把门放下。这里有一个洞。
Get to the main gate to let Talana and Amatis in.
这时候来换一下。逆中潜行，这个还有5点呢，来点一下。爆破放射，这是一个大招的连锁效应。啊，没有，要先点别的，看那么久没用。
Anything you're complaining about today?
Wow, 杀人！
One down. If I can get the main gate open, Talana and Amatis can help me clear out the rest of this place.
这时候他也没说一定要那个吧，一定要不能被发现嘛，我就直接开杀就好了。哎，怎么去杀他
You! Trouble here!
I'll take her down! Slave for me!
哦，他抓我！哇！敌人呢？ 他敌人我觉得有点难找，哎，好像没了。哎，哦，厉害！没想到你在我后面，是后面是下面。
Get back!
Could be a good time to let Tomas in.
而且他不是还有那个犯人俘虏吧？
Door's locked. Gonna have to find the key. But I should let Talana and Amatis in first.
很像，是不是刚有断线？我来看一下。 应该好了吧？好了，刚刚应该有断线，反正敌人都干掉了，先开门。刚刚应该是我网络的问题，因为我刚刚变红色了，那个连线变红色，所以应该是我整个网络都不见了，不晓得为什么。但是它又好了，这就是神奇的地方。没有做任何事，它就自己好了。开门。没缴路费被人查到了，有可能吗？
End of the line, Outlanders.
敌人又来了。
That device is gonna call a machine.
按下去了。他应该把那个不是给它踩坏才对，是把它丢出去，这样机器才会去丢过去那边。对，小米。猎潮兽。
You make a nice target.
靠里面了。应该是这样。
Grab the ammo.
有水的地方，有时候它就会变有水。差点龙头，靠药。
All right, I think that's the end of it.
Hey, is anyone out there?
Hear that?
Here. Door's locked, but that last rebel had a key on it.
Freed by Karja. Have we not been humiliated enough?
It's not their fault you were locked up in your own prison.
I'm looking for information about a Karja soldier. She might have been a prisoner here 5
5
years
年前
back.
都那么久了
Her， name was Nessa.
The Karja Nessa was here. I killed her
亲手
myself.
埋的，看来已经挂
Nessa.
了。没有，是变那个
I'll handle this. Go secure the grounds.
他规划了。
It's you, isn't it? Nessa, how?
It's
Why?
Rataka.
Let me get this straight. You were Nessa. You were brought here as a prisoner during the Red
跟
Raids
那个
and
元帅
then
一样啊。
became Tenakth?
The Karja forbid women from military service. I lived my life pretending, ashamed of who I really was. But the Tenakth measure a soldier only by their strength and resolve. So I took my place among them.
Nessa. Rataka. I've mourned you for 5 years. Why didn't you let me know you were alive?
I had a new life. I wasn't going back. Not even for you, Amadis.
还可以问，所以他在这里关5年了。
So if you became Tenakth, how did you end up as a prisoner here again?
提那客人才被
My
关的。
squad was ordered to retake the Rot from Regala's rebels. We failed.
Considering how much Regala seems to hate the Karja, I'm surprised her rebels let you live.
You're right. I'd be dead if they knew. But few Tenakth remember who I once was.
If you were brought here as a prisoner, how did you become Tenakth?
I knew it was only a matter of time before the Tenakth killed me and the others who were held captive. But one day, one of their soldiers stopped in front of my cell, asked how a woman had ended up fighting for the Mad Sun King. As he spoke, I realized he was once Karja.
哦，
Fashav.
法
I
下，
heard
果
how
然
he
是
fell
同一
at
个
the
人。
embassy. He deserved a better death than that. The other prisoners he condemned to death, but he convinced the Tenakth to let me fight for my life. I won through blood and blade. I became Rataka and never looked back.
不后悔吗？哦，一样不悔。
You were willing to wear a disguise so that you could serve in the Karja army. Do you miss being Karja at all?
No. The Red Raids showed me there was no honor in fighting for the Karja. And when my comrades and I were brought here as prisoners, we knew no one would ever come for us.
I would have. Had I known.
It's better this way. Beneath my Karja armor, I found I had the blood of a Tenakth.
难怪这个任务名称叫追根究底。
The way Amadis talked about your time together, I thought you'd still care about him.
It was 5 years ago.
I didn't abandon you. Before the battle, I tried to get Godiah to call off the attack, but of course, he didn't listen. I ended up killing him.
Then he got what he deserved.
I ran for the battlefield to find you. But you were already gone by the time I got there.
I didn't know. But even if I did, I mourned you, and then I moved on.
那先放下了。现在呢？
What will you do now?
You've taken back the Rot. My squad will ensure it stays that way.
So this is it? After everything we've been through, this is goodbye.
It has to be. My place will always be here.
你看另外一个女
Yours
的
is
非常
back
无奈嘛。
east. I'm sorry that you've suffered. You deserve better than how the last 5 years have treated you. I'll make sure you're granted safe passage out of the lowland. Consider it Nessa's final farewell.
At least now you know the truth.
Somehow, it hurts worse. You must think I'm an idiot.
No, I just think you have a lot to figure out. I'll take you back east to the Sendem. After that, I don't know.
Talana, I understand. I'm sorry it came to this.
Me too. Give me an Aloy a moment.
Are you alright?
To be honest, no.
What's going to happen between you two?
I'm not sure. He clearly has a lot more feelings to sort through. And I won't be anyone's second
他不想
choice.
当任何人备胎。
I want you to have this, for seeing this through with me. No hawk could ask for a better thrush. Or a better friend.
So, I guess this is it then. You're heading back east.
I think I'll hang around Barren Light for a while, before
所以我可以
returning to
可以找
Meridian.
他的。
If you find yourself back that way, look for me there.
I will.
那也要有记得啊，
Safe travels,
人物那么多，怎么会记得？有时候都会忘记。送一个闪电猎人弓，哎呀，电的嘞！它是猎人弓，好啦，我就是要这个。那我战士弓可以拿掉了。
Maybe I should check in with her the next time I'm at Barren Light.
在我身上拿了3
Seems
把
like
猎
she
人
could
弓，
use a shoulder to lean on.
一个火的。进阶是比较强，但是资源消耗比较高级。有电的啦！哇，竟然这么晚才能给你电的，不然电的只有猎人弓有，啊，不，只有战士弓有。 那这里就没什么了啦。
Attacking the grove? Regala is the choice.
路剑，克苏，游泳池飘着一坨狗毛，已经第5次了。所以这里本来是那个饭店之类的。这里一把枪就不用拿了，因为枪也不能带着走。
Maybe is it enough?
它怎么没有做起是仓库型的、啊？就是在里面放一些那个资源跟重型武器，然后用得到的时候就叫出来用。这边有爪步者。 这边应该还有吗？应该没了吧？爪步者。把爪步者打一打。
Could fry that machine with shock ammo.
龙虾来了！昨天花了2个小时打龙虾，还有抓那个鸟皮、鸟骨跟鱼皮、鱼骨。这一般的，一般根本不用拆了吧？拆一拆好了。
Maybe
刀锋尾我已经很多了。
Thought a dyer would be interested in this.
我们去这里，我们去升级一下，刚好顺便上去。等一下我要回那个基地啊，我要看一下下一步的主选手。才能耍步哇！最终者隐身装置没有，没办法升。好，有空再去找。说真的，爆破高速是蛮凶的，因为爆炸的威力比较强，然后比较常用。好，我回基地，已经开了，应该这边剩1/4，不到1/4的那个路的那个范围了。但是以那个没去过的点，应该还有一半吧。我回来啦，好久没回来了。等一下听盖亚废话，其他伙伴应该有可以对话了。哇，都啊，惊叹号啊！
Did you know there used to be a rainforest filled with the ocean called it the lungs of the planet?
That sounds lovely.
艾伦德，
Yeah.
Looks like you got what you wanted.
Yeah. It's almost time to go after Hephaestus.
Finally, we get to rock and roll. Yeah, at least that's how the old one said it, I think.
I was hoping you could help me with something.
啊，帮忙？为什
It's
么？
about the
忘记
Tanakh
了，
rebels.
太久
It
了。
also has to do with the Osram.
Really? That doesn't sound good. Let me know what I can do to help.
叛军跟欧瑟人的
I discovered an Osram militant group.
普
They
罗
call
米修
themselves
斯
the
哦，
Sons
他
of
们
Prometheus. It looks like they're the ones overriding machines for the Tanakh rebels.
I thought that was something only you could do.
They're familiar with ancient tech, and they're as anti-Karja as it gets.
So, last year we stopped Durval and his cronies from blowing up Meridian in retribution for the Red Raids. And now you're telling me we have another group of Oseram trying to wipe out the Karja with an army of machines and bloodthirsty Tanakh?
Pretty much.
Oh, well, that's just great!
Is there any way you can help me find out who they are? Anything to track them down and stop them.
Yeah, I can send out some messages from Chainscrape. Get in touch with my contacts in the claim, see what I can find out.
I'd appreciate that.
训练呢？
Bet you're
That's
used to
not
that
okay, no.
focus by now.
Well, I can hit machines in their weak points. I guess that's something. I wish all the other data was as easy to deal with. be honest, it's hard to understand half of what's on there.
说真的，这次进
And
站
the
还
other
是
half
对
reminds
人类
me,
比较有用啊，对
this
机器
isn't
没
a
什么
fight
用
you，can win by just
只有
waving
对
a
小型
hammer,
机器有用而已。
which is kind of what I
所以
do.
没有比较强烈
Hey,
的近战武器啊，
That just
大
means
锤
I
之
gotta
类的。
study harder. Make myself useful.
Just give it time. Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here. Not for eating, apparently. Yeah, if you ask me, the place is fine as it is. Metal might be plain, but it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
啊，这样对吧？
I should get going.
Say hi to Gaia for me.
查你们
Aloy, is that what I think it is?
Just need to merge it with Gaia, and she'll have enough power to handle Hephaestus.
Good news. So, what can I do for you?
没有，你们就去爱吧，不要理我。
I hope Zoe's not upset I'm distracting you from your training.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
What do you mean? What happened?
Before Zoe found a way to fix the land gods, I suggested that when Gaia was fully restored, she could just make new ones.
Well, once we get Hephaestus, that's definitely a possibility.
That's what I said. But I guess there was something about my tone she didn't like. She got pretty raw. Said I didn't understand the way her tribe feels about those machines. Which is true, of course, and the last thing I'd ever want to do is dismiss their traditions. But I was trying to look at things differently. More like you, to see a machine as just a machine.
Yeah, I guess I led you into trouble there, didn't I?
Not your fault. Don't worry.
Did you talk to Zoe after your fight?
I suffered through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if an apology is not enough next time?
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know that?
What makes you think I know anything about any of this? You're on your own.
Abandoning me again, huh? Well, if she kills me next time, it's on you.
Money.
Better get this to Gaia.
You did it, Aloy.
Let's hold off on the ale till it's over and done with.
I'll let Aaron know.
左右呢？哎，有东西啊，拿一下。他的支线还没完成，一直在等待他
Aloy, you've
解析嘛
returned.
完成。
And you come bearing gifts. Does this mean we'll soon be able to uproot the Zeniths from our lands?
That's what I'm hoping.
Good.
It looked like you were working on something over there.
With Gaia now growing in strength, I've been trying to find a way to heal the land gods, even if some people think I should give up on them.
Already said I was sorry.
Your friend thought it'd be a good idea to replace the land gods with new machines when Gaia recovers.
It wasn't.
The land gods have taken care of our people for generations. They are not some broken toy to be thrown away. Even if they are just machines doing their job, to abandon them in their time of suffering seems cruel.
I'm sure Varl understands that too.
He does now. I had to get pretty mad at him at first, though.
You know I can hear you guys, right?
Varl looks pretty focused.
He's been obsessing over the data revealed to us by Poseidon. Just the other day, we read about mountains hiding deep underwater that spew fire. If I understand correctly, Gaia said the flames they release come from the very center of the earth. Like a heart, beating with the life of the world.
现在也是啊，
As always, the cycle can be found in even the most unlikely of places.
火山应该还没有停止。
Of course.
停止。
Varl's mostly interested in watching explosions happen underwater.
好，伙伴，
You ever play that board game Aaron set up?
桌游我玩了。
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him. I was hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal. No such luck.
关键就是超频，应该啦。但是我只玩初阶的而已，初阶用超频打败对手。
If you need me, you know where to find me.
好，去找那个贝塔。哎，哦，又有东西可以问了。
Hey.
Looks like things between you and Zoe are better now.
I suffered through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if an apology is not enough next time?
他说等一下他被杀的时候
Give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know that?
What makes you think I know anything about any of this? You're on your own.
Abandoning me again, huh? Well, if she kills me next time, it's on you.
I should go. Gaia's probably waiting.
You're right.
贝塔。这人，那个是谁？啊，另外一个，你等一下，我去找贝塔。贝塔。我发现很久没来，又迷路了。这个出去吧，你看这个。啊，你没有新对话。
Hi, I'm back. What do you want to know?
没有跟你聊聊天而已。哎，明明就有。还是之前讲话
So,
对话过了。
have you been going through more of the recordings for my focus? What about studying Hephaestus? Have you been doing that? A little. It's quite different from the subordinate function that escaped Gaia Prime 20 years ago. How so? It's mutating, changing its own code. At this rate, we'll never capture it. We'll find a way. If you say so. So, aside from Varl and Gaia, who else have you been talking to? Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured. If the Zeniths had killed you, life on Earth would be doomed. My escape would have been for nothing. But they didn't kill me. And thanks to Varl and Zoe, I was able to recover. You said you and Varl talk sometimes. What about? He told me about your tribe, the Nora, and the proving ritual you did. I told him if I was born into the tribe, I'd never be able to do the proving.
那不一定啊。
It does require a lot of physical
因为你
training,
在
but
部落出生，你可能
there
就
are
会
plenty
受
of other
训练。
roles besides being a hunter. I don't think I'd be suited for any of them. Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a Nora then.
难说啊，环境非常难说的。这好像都问过了，我来看一下。
So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view? I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked.
有这个印象。
She'd sit there and
所以那个对话是重复
gaze
的。
outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave.
好，其他不问了，回家。
I'll be going. Okay. Bye.
Pizza?
应该还有一个人可以讲话。
Worse the longer it takes to be delivered. Or something like that.
Maybe you can find the recipe?
Chocolate frosting. Sounds like a ration every soldier should have.
You busy?
One must never be idle when at war. But there is always time to speak to one's commander.
说照理说，
That's not
在
really
基
how
地
I
的
see
角色
myself.
应该都会给我
It
支
is
线任
how
务
we
的样子
see
吧，
you.
因为左右就有一个，照理说其他人应该也有，只是还没接到而已吧。
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him Tenakth history. It is heavy with blood and death, but also with honorable deeds and vanquished tyrants. Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well, when our mission is done.
I'd be honored. I'll let you get back to your training.
And so will I.
好，找盖亚。最后一个韩式。
It is good to see you again, Aloy. I see you have recovered Demeter. With the acquisition of Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter, my heuristic processing density has expanded greatly. I should now be able to absorb Hephaestus, and fortunately, we have made progress on a plan to capture it. With Varl's encouragement, Beta analyzed all available information on Hephaestus. Its expansion has been rampant. It is too large to be beamcast, and the kernel you've been using could never hold it. Therefore, it must be contained in a location with a direct physical connection to me. A place with 2 data cores.
2 cores. Where would we find a place like that?
Gemini.
双子宫。
An abandoned cauldron in the desert west of here. Seismic activity disrupted the original construction. 2 data cores were built as a result.
I know that place. It's near the Desert Clan's capital. We'll have to bring you there by hand.
I have devised a blueprint for a suitable, albeit unwieldy, transport rig. It will require 2 people to carry it to Gemini.
对了，我们这边好多人。
I can help.
Once I am installed on the first core, I will call down Hephaestus on the other, trapping it.
就是他有那么乖，
I
让
will
你召唤
then initiate the merge. However, in order to construct the rig, I will need considerable help.
Can you build it? I suppose I could, but it's not gonna work. The Zeniths will find you. Minerva won't be able to conceal your location.
That is correct. Absorbing Hephaestus will create a significant power surge, easily detected by anyone capable of noticing.
But what if there were multiple power surges? To fake out the Zeniths? If Erend, Zoe, and Katalo spread out to the other cauldrons and create their own surges, would those conceal the one at Gemini?
什么？
Analyzing. Such a tactic might be
声
effective.
东击西啊！
With Beta's help, we should be able to build a set of handheld pulse
这边他
generators.
没不会被骗啊
Told。you it's not gonna work. I did a test. Hephaestus has written alpha clearance out of its access module. You'll never be able to capture it. Then we need a higher level of clearance. There is no higher... Ted Pharaoh's mega
保命
clearance.
感。
The one he used to purge the Apollo database and kill the alphas. But But to get it, you would have to find
这种
thieves.
是全需要
The
选来找
private bunker he retreated to when the world ended,
是啊
and
碉堡
nobody knows where that is, not even the Zeniths. Their only intel was that it was somewhere in San Francisco. That might be all I need. Alva, the Quen diviner I met, said her people had set up a base at landfall. They were searching for data in San Francisco from there. She might be able to help. So I guess I'm headed all the way west.
所以找他
While
的
I'm
碉堡。
Will you be able to build the rig and the pulse generators? I'll try.
来找法罗的碉堡。
I'll make sure she has what she needs.
看来要继续往西方前进了。
Alva said the Quen have a ferry on the coast that they use to get to the ruins
哎
of
呦，
San
第二段歌曲
Francisco.
有了。
Let's hope that when I reach it, I get a friendly reception.
法罗之墓啊！现在解那个左右的这个。
Aloy, I have managed to unlock an additional
是不是
room
附近
near
的
the
房间那时候？
surface.
Understood.
这种事是在哪里？
Okay, data modules in.
哪个是新的啊？这个吗？这就换一下那个背景而已，而且只有盖亚可以看，我们又不能看，因为我们离开这里就没。
Good choice.
Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that. But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
地震。
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Lucky for us. Are the quakes still happening?
No, though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreaths before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution. There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
Beta's convinced we won't be able to capture Hephaestus. With that attitude, do you really think she'll be able to build the rig and pulse generators?
It may take some coaxing, but with some assistance, I am confident she will.
I don't get her, Gaia. She's so quick to assume we'll fail. She's nothing like what I thought she'd be. I guess it'll be best if she stays here when we go to Gemini.
竟然给人家排除在外。
All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you as a surprise.
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Is Katalo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of old world warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him.
用9胜利只是为了
He
拖住
has
鸡群而已。
repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your Alpha clearance, which is why you will need to procure Ted Pharaoh's Omega clearance.
Right. From his personal bunker, Thebes.
While you are gone, I will assist Beta in building the transport rig and pulse generators.
那边应该会留
When
很
we
多
get
资
to
料啊。
Gemini, I will need to be
看一下法老心里
installed
在
on
想
one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
There are calculations I still must run, but I estimate a few hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the
这能
merge
量
is
突破不
complete.
是远风人过
And
来
then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan.
像期待不是会有危险，而且不一定能成功啊。
So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided. Water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
Omega 权限。
There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Pharaoh create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a back door to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot, one that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus. And fortunately, thanks to Beta's information, we know where Omega clearance may be procured.
Right. Somewhere in San Francisco.
嗯？还有没有？重组完是
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Unfortunately, recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaru's land gods. I have discussed this matter with Zoe. I believe we may have a workaround.
所以还是要修复手
I'm helping her out with that.
白哥那边的土地才会恢复。
There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of reseeding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
That's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then.
好了。
See you later, Gaia.
它有时候
Until next
字
time.
幕会有黑底，有时候没有。照理说，在盖亚这个房间应该全部都黑底就好了，因为盖亚比较亮，有时候会看不太清楚。但它没有设好，多个支线是不是？有新对话，支线是什么？看是谁的？
Let them experience the
哎
good，many
狼来不？
things.
Holograms are illusions.
就你啊！
I wonder if
你干嘛？
So,
我等一下找你啊
he's！immortal.
couldn't tell what was real anymore.
Most of my people don't.
Maybe. They were intelligent, but that doesn't mean they were wise.
先找贝塔。盖亚不是说开一个新房间，就要跟那个纪念物对话了。
Beta's so frustrating. I don't get how she can be so negative all the time. I mean, we're clones of the same woman, and yet she
就会
couldn't
不一
be
样
more
的啊，
different from Elizabeth.
跟环境有关没？就像同样的个性、同样的 DNA， 环境不一样，应该生长出来个性就不一样了。北朝沃克来了，他又没有新对话。
Hey, you got a second?
I suppose.
有人，那个最近在忙什么？其实还是有啦。
So do you have everything you need to build the rig and pulse generators?
Gaia sent me the schematics. The designs are modest, without the capabilities of Hephaestus, but they should work. Not that it matters without a mega clearance.
I'll find it. Just try to have the transport ready by the time I get back. It's time for me to go. I'll check on you later.
Yeah, sure.
盖亚说开新房间是附近吗？不是这里。他说伺服器旁边，这里应该不是。
The door's unlocked
就
now.
是这里吗？
What was this room for,
那
Gaia?
真的是这里啊！
This was intended as a diagnostic center to monitor machine activity in the repair bay below. It appears most of the equipment was damaged, likely from Minerva's control of this facility.
Yeah, she did try really hard to keep me out. Looks like a power cell could fit here. The vault.
保险舱，医生。
I've got to be more careful.
I found a locked
gotta be
door
more
behind the
careful.
vent in the basement.
Jensen almost caught.
Wonder if that's it.
他这边可以插电，没有吧？这个，所以我要去搬一颗电池过来，这个没电了。我去哪里搬电池？这个有吗？这个也不能搬吧？哪里拿电池？点滴点滴。 这边还有一间房间。还是这个有那个没有？也不知道去哪里拿电池。
Why is the store locked now?
Beta requested the use of that room as her personal
电
space.
池在里面哦。
I have locked it at her request.
Okay. I'll be here if you.
这一颗不能绑啊，不行。不知道拿代码，是吧？有代码吗？应该没有吧？刚刚那个拿到不知道手。 唔知呢？那也不知道是哪里。好了，卡关，因为不知道电池去哪里办。电池，电池。准备跑上来而已。
So, we're fighting immortals from the stars now. Looks like it. What next?
哎，没有在这里。就这样吗？这个应该不用插了吧？对，那没有了。哦，拿到电池啦！
Okay, that console has power now. From the looks of this data, Festus has been trying to... hack into the repair bay. Okay, doesn't look like it's been able to.
就这样啊，为了收集一个资料。 好啦，那没了，走吧。
use their focuses to send all kinds of messages back.
That's just I hear about you going west.
Turns out we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked Gaia to find me something to look at a while back, and she found the mother of all forges. They called it sports. Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
How are things with Katalo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him. I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it. I need to get going.
I think I know the answer, but are you sure you don't need any help? Gaia mentioned this other tribe you found, the Quen. They sound like a nasty bunch.
I can handle them. In the meantime, Varl will help you get ready for what comes next.
Take care of yourself, Aloy.
I'm sorry, Aloy. After all the trouble you went through, you have to head west again.
Well, no one said this was gonna be easy.
You sure you don't want any backup dealing with the Quen?
They think I'm Sobek, or something like that. They won't hurt me, but I doubt they'll be so kind to anyone else.
If you say so. Let me know if you need anything before you go.
If I get Omega clearance, and then we grab Hephaestus, we might finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once.
难说呢，我觉得他们科技雷霆眼应该不算什么。
You better not be slacking off on your studies while I'm
他们只
gone.
能搞偷袭。
And risk Zoe coming after me? I value my life.
没有，
In
他们
fact,
应该是要先
I've been
破解
reading
他的
about
护
Ted
盾。
Faro, how he destroyed the world and crawled into a hole after killing those who saved it.
He definitely was a piece of work. Well, Beta and Gaia built the rig. Can you get everyone ready for the mission ahead?
Of course.
What is it?
Nothing. It's just that everything's about to change. We'll get Gaia, and she'll help us set things right. No more Zeniths, no more derangement. It'll be a different world. I welcome it, but I wonder how the Nora will react. And the Karja, and well, everyone.
Let's just focus on fixing Gaia for now.
You're right. We've got an angry AI to take down.
I'll be in touch if I need anything.
I'll make sure Beta briefs everyone on the pulse generators.
Good.
啊，走，你的任务。
Aloy, I hear you're going further west past the Tenakth clanlands.
Do you know anything about the area?
Only hearsay. The Utaru tell stories of an island that lies beyond the western coast. They call it the Isle of
尖塔之
Spires.
岛。
It is said the old ones built towers there that touch the sky, so they could live far away from the earth that bore them. As if they didn't want to be reminded that they'd one day return to it.
Sounds like something Ted Faro would do.
哦，可以了呢，等一下直接来做。
How much have you read on
至于
Ted
土地上
Faro?
Enough to wonder how a man who worked so hard to heal the world once could let greed and pride condemn it so easily. For one's spirit to diminish in such a way, I'm not sure if I should hate him or pity him.
You and Varl doing okay? Training, I mean.
We're doing fine. Although I admit it'd be nice to take a small break from studying, just the two of us. But then who'd look after Erend?
There's always Katalo.
Leave a loud Oseram with a brooding Tenakth. What could go wrong?
不会怎么样，玩机械初级而已。
What's everyone been up to?
I've been trying to share some of my meals with Beta. Thought it might help her feel more at home. Maybe even get her to sleep up here instead of in that dark basement. She would not be moved.
I appreciate you trying.
Patience reaps the best harvest. I'm not giving up hope yet.
好了，你这治愈土地城任务。
Any progress with your plan for the land gods? Is the reboot code ready?
It is. But there is difficult work ahead.
要干嘛？
Gaia warned me that because the land gods are linked together in a network, the code must be delivered to all of them. Most are in Plainsong, but in recent years, 3 of them wandered off. So, Ti, and Do.
We have to find them?
No, we know where they are, but they're hard to reach.
为什么？
So, wandered into a lake and sank.
OK 啊，没问题。
Do ventured into a dangerous canyon, and Ti broke down amidst a herd of machines.
应该的。
Okay. Tell you what. You go to Plainsong, handle all the land gods there. I'll take care of So, Ti, and Do. I'll need their locations, plus the reboot code.
I'm sending the data to you now. My people made shrines near where each land god faltered.
哦，好
When you
像有
see
经
them,
过过，
you'll know you're close. And once again,
但是我没有记位置啊。
thanks for your help.
因为亚罗伊会碎碎念
We're
说这
not
个城
gonna
他
let
不知
your
道干嘛
people，starve, So. I
然
promise.
后我就带过就算了，谁会记那个位置啊？
I should get going. Hopefully I can bring back what we
但是有一
needed
只
to
我有
capture
印象，
Festus. After that, I'm gonna need everyone's help.
藏在湖底有一只我有印象。第二段歌曲，哎呦，它有标识啊，那还好，没差，没在怕了吧？好，先上厕所，等下来做啊。哎，陈安呢？我先找个萤火休息一下。它有标示，至少找会比较容易找。我先上厕所，等下把这任务解完。应该要去杀机器啊！嘿，好，大家。
I hear you're heading to the coast. If you need to resupply en route, I suggest stopping in Fall's Edge. It's a lowland clan village southwest of the grove, in the heart of the jungle.
Got it. Thanks for the advice.
哎呦，有，他有给我一个任务。好，等我一下，我去上厕所，马上回来。 OK， 好了，回来了。来移动。现在找我印象就这里。啊，这竟然从这里开始了。不过至少它有标示。往下走。我记得那边是哑口兽，你看我还记得啊。等下去了就知道是不是我记得那里，因为有一只守护神沉在海底。
I can grab this from my stash later.
怎么天黑了？就这个。
Been here before.
哦，所以这个就是
But
祭
now I
坛。
know what this place means to the Ataru. My god must be down there somewhere. Time for a swim.
记得哑口兽。
We better stay
果
away
然
from
是
that
哑口
snap
兽。
moth.
猫头鹰。
Cauldron did you come from? You could show me how to override you.
看那
Think
个
the
守
land
护神在
gods
这里。
underneath that rubble.
点他们，先把哑口兽干掉，不然他们游来游去下不去了。
I need to get to that land god so I can install the reboot code.
点，射不到。嘿，记得可以先杀，因为我杀过，要先被他们看到，他们不看我，有了，快逃！被咬到。也是用电吗？水啊！哎呦靠呀！ 啊，沉下去了。只有一只吗？我记得2只呢。 这是要吃什么呢？怎么这么亮？咦，撬开。
Should help you get back on track. That should do it.
这样就好了。应该好了吧？嗯。好，离开离开。他可能之后就自己出来了。直接传送。
One down, two to go. Zoe, you there?
I'm here, Aloy.
Had to swim a bit, but I gave the reboot code to So.
Ah, good. We used to celebrate So in the fall, at the beginning of the harvest, with wine made from elderflowers. When I was 12, I got tipsy on it and kissed a boy in the sage garden.
How'd that go?
He was so surprised he nearly fell into the mulch. It would be good to see So again, plowing the fields in the afternoon. I'll head to place on the place the land right there.
这个很近啊，上吧。但是他说有鸡群，是不是？
There's the land god. But I'll have to deal with those machines before I install the reboot code.
也是侵野者。
Could try using acid ammo.
侵野者。食物者应该还好吧？覆盖，我应该覆盖一下，让它成为我的战力。攻击型，上吧！
Riled up now. think that's all the machines. Time to install this code on that land god. Uh-oh.
风暴鸟，我猜风暴大炮在前面，先猜再说啊，管他。标枪，一家。下来。跌倒了，他跌倒了。
Let's get this code installed in that landmark.
搞得这么麻烦，大炮我记得我今天捡，
I should install this code on that land god.
东西捡完了，这都有好康可以捡呢。它的记忆推进的东西蛮好的。应该没了。好了，安装。不要说跟我说再一次哦。
Let's try this again.
好 ，OK 了。
Easy. Another land god dealt with. Hey, Zoe?
Aloy, how goes it?
I found T and installed the reboot code.
Fitting then that I feel thankful. T's festival came in winter, when all the grain from the harvest was stored away. It was the season of gratitude, and all the children would receive gifts. The best was my first bow, made of yew, strung by my father.
Well, he definitely taught you how to shoot well.
听起来他做完任务会把弓送给
How
我
are。things on your end?
Getting there. A few land gods to visit still.
Okay. I'll call you when I'm done with the last one.
这还是在这边的，哦，这比较远。
Thank you, Aloy.
就直接来这里吧。这任务做完，我们就要去西方了，应该是吧？看西方很远的，就这个呢，法罗之墓在这里而已嘛，确定？
Good time to pull out shock ammo.
不要理他们了，没空。原来这边挡住了。
I think I was here a while ago. Before Zoe told me about her plan. Let's take a look. Climb up to that land god.
看这个最难的吧？
You get a strong color on this.
这边有个金属花。哎，这边啊，在那边。
Up on that ledge. A dreadwing carcass. Must have dropped the
金
flowers
孔
and
翼
then
这
crashed.
是大蝙蝠。
Looks like I can climb up the side of the cliff. Help me get to that metal flower.
是吗？
That's no good. There's the polecaster on that. Looks like this one's been here for a while.
要先把
We'll be
藤蔓
able to
割开。
install the reboot code with these vines in the way. But where there's vines, there's a metal flower. I just have to find it.
在那里。
Vines are drawn back. Some of the vines are gone, but the land got
啊，还受困，有什么？这么多。
There, the flower. If I can deactivate it, the land god will be free from the vines.
要爬上去呢。
I'll have to find a way up there.
从哪里爬呢？那里。这边上不去。好，重来。
Useful for making dyes.
哦呦，这里。
Now I just need to get rid of these vines.
这里不用战斗，但是要找路。
That's better. Time to get this code installed. This'll help you get better.
好了。
That's the last land god. Zoe, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Aloy.
Just planted the reboot code on Doe. He was a bit tangled up, but he's better now.
Good to hear. Doe always returned to the
冬季
sacred
尾
cave
声
at
了
the end of winter, so his festival foretold the coming of
那边还在
spring.
打。
During those times, I remember clinging to my mother by the hearth, snuggling for warmth, listening to her sing of new beginnings.
Which is exactly what you're going to give to your people.
I hope so. When you can, meet me at Plainsong and we'll send out the reboot signal. I've delivered the code to all the land gods, save one.
好，我们去白鸽找
Only
他。
La is left. I'm here with her, just east of the main village.
Okay, I'll get there as soon as I can.
那边有敌人了，这是什么？太远了。这个没有，没有触摸地，靠近一点看一下。
Shouldn't use frost on it.
好，不要理他。
I've heard that the red scum clogging up the rivers has cleared in much of the Lowland clan's territory. But for some reason, the water around their capital, Thornmarsh, remains polluted. Perhaps this is something you could help with.
Yeah, maybe. I'll look into it when I can.
All of the land gods have been updated. Now to send out the reboot signal.
Oh, 启动了。要叉打。哦，他们会唱歌啊。
What does this mean? A new beginning. Gaia told me this would happen. To all of them. Do, T, So,
就是你给他偷安装一个歌曲。
A reboot sequence. But I didn't think it would be so beautiful. Soon the land gods will return to tilling the soil as they once did.
Zoe, the chorus wants a word.
Of course they do.
Do you want me to come?
No need. I'll just tell them that our lands will soon bloom again. Who are they to argue? Find me later, and I'll tell you how it went.
Good luck.
Kìa, 不要唱了吗？这边又多个任务了，我等下去好了，因为我都说要解主线了。啊，好多任务啊，任务几百个吧，这个都没有做。所以我再晚点过来，这边的那个这个赌的那个什么，那叫什么的腐败就会不见了。我们先西方，我们先过去看一下那边到底要干嘛。虽然有支线，但是明天再来解。哎，这个开问号没去，算了，我等下去，哪有时间去？我已经推到这里了，啊，不能移动啊，我没有进去哎，啊，我这个城市没有进去。那我先去城市里面逛一下。这边病理还没好啊，就刚刚那个塔传过来的吧？他说病没有好。哎。哇！这样跳上去， 哦，无人机好像可以抓了，往这里吗？还是要继续啊？继续。
Have to jump onto that drone to get it down. Stick the landing.
有点痛。对面呢？上吧，从这里，应该很高了，应该可以了吧？嗯，好像抓不到哎。啊，没有啊，就还有个点，再一次。是这里吗？这个有点高，抓不上去吧？ 这里。
Those Tanakh might have been trying to collect this stuff when the machine attacked.
有抓到了。
They made a run for it, but didn't make it. I should grab the drone's data now that it's down.
完成。赶快离开这里。这里酷的兵太堵了。
Gather these while I can.
Honor and strength. You say
来，我来啦 ，Hello。
Your courage inspires us.
Seems Regala is our common enemy. Guess I was wrong. Regala's campaign comes with it.
You shouldn't miss this chance to
I
trade.
hear she stopped the war in the east. I wonder if she can finish the war
Hey,
here.
what are you doing?
I feared for our tribe. It's okay. We had more soldiers like Nora.
这里没有武器可以买吗？有，在这边。 燕爪兽炖菜，耐力恢复好像不错啊，但是我没办法买。
No point being hungry.
We must all unite.
What's wrong? This isn't over. Regala will gather. Welcome, strength.
Yeah. The next time I'm on leave, I'm heading to the train to see for myself.
Out.
哇，这边几乎都有了吧？应该说之前可以买的都有了吧？金兵绳索、冰封爆破，不知道缺哪一种。电光炸弹、神射弓，听起来这一把蛮强的。应该是劈砍神射弓的那个加强版吧。拿弓速度比较慢，但是它有3个洞，而且各方面都比较强。但是你以为我买了就应该是没有材料升级，但是等线应该还是会买。好了，买这一把。 不是这把，是这把，两把什么不一样？隐身伤害比较高，燃烧敌人伤害。哎，神射弓这个也有高阶的神射弓啊。传奇。我们先买武器啊。 这一把，哦，一把1000块。好，我们这一把。他说这把是用绿药金升级的，我应该有。看一下哦，这个有，这个也有，这个也有。哎，没有绿药金版，可恶！所以我可以升3阶，好，升了。绿药金版的去哪里拿？而且这个有电浆的，因为我就缺电浆。那这个东西拔掉，拉弓拔掉。元件撕裂，制高点伤害是从制高点对敌人开火伤害加25%，而且它本来就有15%的，好像可以啊。隐身伤害，制高点跳起来算吗？对啊，不然他所有制高点是要比敌人高吗？还是我跳起来就可以了？啊，隐身伤害好了。在那边防具就不知道要不要买，因为说真的，你买了新的，然后花时间去升级，虽然升级起来一定钱，但是后面又会有新的。好，我迷路了，因为我传奇装还没拿到啊，拿到传奇装一定升传奇装，不用看了。所以这个是紫色的，我就是想要不要升。你这不理我。
Well met, Aloy. Yes, I can work with this.
What are you doing?
哎，你看。
Envisioning the best armor you'll ever own, child. Worthy of Hikaro's champion.
I didn't ask you to make me anything.
But I offered nonetheless. You should be honored. Any soldier worth their marks wears armor of my making, even Chief Hikaro. Get me the right resources and I'll craft something that'll make you the envy of all 3 clans.
我看一下，只有传奇的有嘞。提纳科军师，这是机械大师。那这个嘞，入侵者，入侵者就是暗杀型的，都没有啊。而且好贵啊，我买前面的就好了。很多因为都没有在用，像什么射线者，因为没在用陷阱，所以都没有在买那一种的。战士也没有啊，战士进战型。 啊，有空再来买。
My offer still stands. A soldier like you should only wear the best armor. And that's what you'll get at Oka's Forge.
好了好了，这种是太贵了，便宜一点我就买啊。好，那我们啊没有，我想到了，我要先去那个，先拿补给品，在这里。让我从这里开始。
Making good use of this.
啊！闯进人家的那个决斗场地啊！这真的新的装备都不错、都有各有特色，但是就是卡在没有钱跟没有素材。哪一家啊？这人那么大，还以为是个小聚落，然后拿补给品而已。
This must be Fall's Edge. Tala said I could resupply here, then head for the Quen Ferry.
That spear is a weapon of real strength.
Seek for honor.
Hail, Outlander, champion of the cool room.
你好，你好。
Had a good run at the programs.
嗯，
Are you
哪
getting
颗？
tired?
Heard you cleared the Valley of the Fallen.
Nice choice of armor.
My idiot brother.
Good. With Fall's Edge behind me, just gotta head west until I reach the coast. And the Quen Ferry.
Kragala's a wounded animal. Who knows where she will strike next? The trick
所以他意思是说我先经过这里，然后再走过去啊，没有什么特别。
by this Outlander.
因为他所谓的补给是这边有人，所以我可以在这里补给，而不是那边有补给品可以拿。
Come on then. Step up for a game of strike.
行。
it would be an honor.
这边有卖武器的吗？有。
You may pass.
Greetings, warrior.
I think I might head over the
给他爬过头上。
Remember the tent.
嘿，哇，你们好少啊！骑兵、机械大师，然后战士。
Trade. Good day,
We walk in
champion.
strength.
好，那离开这里吧。
May your enemies
Watch
fall.
it.
Attack for the grove.
瀑布之祭，所以每个村落几乎都有那个谁啊，法相夫的血的那个的记录。哎，顺手给我个作业哦。 闪翼攻略加入一个页面啊，为什么推荐你入坑轨迹系列？不要
This writing. It's Korja. I think it was left behind by Marshal Fashov.
哦，跳下去。滑下去。而且这个作业是你要自己做的吧？有人叫我做呢？就是有人想要入坑啊。之前说你不知道要不要真的要推荐给他，是朋友就推荐给他。
Okay. Let's see if I can figure out how that Tanakh died.
但是你要跟他讲优缺点啊，不然来问我一定说赶快推荐，赶快入坑，顺便介绍你一个攻略网站。这要死人嘞！
Looks like he died quick. What was he doing here? My focus might show me more.
会不会查一查又遇到枪怪啊？上次我就是查一查遇到那个燕爪兽。
Was he climbing when they gave way?
离要金块，对，我要爬上去吗？好，那我爬上去，应该是力要金。这边有一个， 必要尽快。
The sweat, I'm still not cooling off.
所以那个人是摔死，但是我也爬不上去啊。绳子。
Climbing gear. Why was the Tenakth trying to scale this cliff? Looks like there's a trail I can follow with my focus.
Oh, 我还在爬。
A machine. I might have attacked the Tenakth while he was climbing. There's a cave up here. I bet this is where the Tenakth was trying to get to. Moonshine. Was this what the Tenakth was after? But then that machine swooped down on him and he fell to his death. That's a bad way to go.
所以你有没有要推荐给他？敌人不见了。 而且他说要趁特价，刚好特价买也不错吧。如果真的玩得很干，至少说你是特价买的，比较不会那么干。您说是吧？他说：“你讲结论有打算玩就买，玩4片就买，做不到就不要买，应该不是这样讲吧？”因为买4片的钱也是很贵的呢。那他一定不想买的啊，对不对？而且玩4片的时间很长。 你这样推坑，他一定可能就会却步了。你根本不想让他玩嘛？推坑是这样子推坑吗？推坑应该是说你先玩1部看看，然后我推荐你玩3代，或者是1代，从1代或3代开始玩。 为什么弃坑你就不能接受？也还好吧。哦，精锐级攀树呀，我是个人是觉得还好。每个人都有他玩游戏的什么想法，怎么可以强迫人家呢？ 分裂是用丢的啦，这样不错，很棒。你拿谁？ 这不拆要拆连接真是有点拆掉了哈，整个堵。他还把我丢出去。越小只的我觉得越难打。戳爆你！敌人这么多，这个是2、3只而已。然后请出烟雾弹啊！对啊，把你戳死。什么？我才叫反推坑，没有把。推坑不能强迫别人，好不好？你的想法怪怪的。你这样这么强硬，叫人家要买就买4片，那个不叫推坑，那是叫对推坑没错，推入火坑。你是没推过别人，就那么哑巴。你要一个人玩一个游戏，然后你跟着他说，你不玩10片，最好不要玩，这样不对吧？就好像跟你说你是我的观众，你给我看全部4个小时，全部跟完台，不然不要来看，这样对吗？应该不对吧？ 所以我才说你的想法怪怪的。那不重要，重点是你要推荐他我的攻略上就对了，不要随便。不是完不完整的问题，现在是你要推一个他没有接触过的。所谓的入坑是想办法先让他入坑，让他有兴趣，而不是你跟他直接强硬的说你不玩10遍，没办法算完整，也是这样。你到底懂不懂什么叫跟人家入坑？如果他这一次是说我要完整了解轨迹系列，那你才跟他讲说你一定要10遍都玩，这样才对。这样懂不懂？而且我再问你一个问题，那你入坑地平线期待黎明，你有玩吗？没有吧？你自己有做不到，为什么要求别人做到呢？对不对？你连1篇都玩不完。如果他真的没有兴趣，他玩的不合口味怎么办？就是这样子。要死了没？最后一集了！哇，没有戳到！有炸死了，炸死了！好了，打完了啦，不跟你多说了。我去接主线。好，离开这里。打了一群猴子，真是难打。先补给一下。有敌人了！哦，汉牙兽！没有打，那个太多时间了。等我装备再强一点再来打。先来这里，我们先去补给。啊！你刚刚没有听到，害我讲那么多，你都没听到。我是说，你推坑不能逼人家一定要全部玩完，那个不叫推坑，这样你懂不懂？而且我是说，你地平线1期待黎明都没办法玩破关的，因为对你来说不合口味，那你还要求别人玩一款他 从来没有接触过的游戏，然后还叫人家一定要玩4款，这样不是很压霸吗？而且重点是，他是要自己买，用钱买的呢。他不像那个地平线是送的，你送的自己入坑都玩不完的。好了，离开这里，我要去找艾娃。哇，变成白天。你地平线是花钱买的。那这种是我的意思是说，你不能叫人家不合口味，就你还一定要硬人家玩完，人家都还没开始玩，你就是说有事做一定要玩完，这样才完整。你就自己先问问你没有玩破关的游戏有多少就好了，地平线1就是1个啊。那你是不是也是因为手残，然后不合口味，你才没玩的？啊，如果他买了4代，然后第1代玩了不合口味怎么办？他真的是你大学朋友，还是你的仇人？又是猴子，不打，我离开这里。好了，反正我讲的已经很清楚了。听不听得下去就是你的事了。艾娃在这里。这是什么？猎杀级是什么东西？我是不是有扫过？去偷看一下。我记得我有经过，我扫过机器，然后等级很高，所以我就闪了。啊，我想起来了，我是说那个是雷霆甲加强版。但是我们还没打过，我不知道。扫不到。有了。啊，真的、啊。快逃！下次再来。所以我要去这个沙滩。地坠是在海外吗？要不我要打那个猎杀级？这里没人了。这里没人。
That fired at me before must be guarding the ferry. Hello? Anyone there? No one here. That's strange. Well, nothing's stopping me from taking the boat.
所以我要开船过去哦，去了会不会回不来啊？ 去啊！这名就战神的那个场景嘛，配的小船。这哦，上去那个岛可能暂时回不来了。
Guarding this side of the ferry either. Where are the Quinn?
好啦，
I guess.
无法朝此方向游泳，明白？我已经走过来了。这是哪里？然后我要是走来这里，我先开长颈鹿啊。可以啊，开往大陆的场次我可以回去。嘿嘿，我要做运动，又回去了。其实应该也不用那，也不用开船吧，我直接传送就好了。那边看风景而已。我回来了，我们在做运动，再往直接传过去就好了吧？那边看开往大陆的船不用了。好，我们先开长颈鹿。这只是什么？追踪者。长颈鹿开完，应该这里就差不多了。我说今天呢，就差不多了。龙虾。
Source of that signal must be close.
螃蟹会这样子叫吗？有敌人呢。长颈兽好像躺在那边。
Another tall neck.
先把敌人干掉。
Setting her on fire won't help.
冲过去！往底下掉出来。 场景又藏在海中间，
The tonic that's
我要把它
sending
修
the
复
signal.
吗？
Glintox. Better be careful.
闪光印在那里。
Something seems to have knocked the tallneck down. Maybe the current. Better take a look at the damage.
射不到，来，长射。啊，我错了。把闪光印干掉。
It's from my stash when I need it.
这种觉得应该没那么简单。那等一下那个乌龟要跑出来。
So these are the ruins of San Francisco. Entire city of floating towers. And somewhere buried out here is Thebes.
"跳不上去，是不是？这样子吗？哇，掉进去了，掉下去了。啊，没有，会浮上来，没有厉害哦。 所以这里本来是大楼，但是应该水把淹起来。这跳不上去吧？没那么厉害。要不然这要怎么推？这水底下也没办法推啊。我知道了。 这样就可以。那我赢。
Glintock nests. I wonder if this is where those sunken tallneck parts ended up.
所以我要找零件。要咬口兽呢，麻烦。
machine. That's over with. Guess I'm picking this up. That's over. No, this machine part I picked up.
啊，我不小心拿到零件，好，可以，走吧，去修复。应该是吧。先检查，因为不一定有拿到。它缺2个零件。
Parts are missing. That's what the print hopper's carrying. Good thing I found one of them with their nest. And the second one's still there.
好，再找另外一个。这里比较麻烦，应该是哑口兽啊。这鱼可以抓吧？鱼，这鱼有点难抓，因为它有时候就不见了。你看不见了，那是不是有 bug？ 因为我抓好几只，有时候追到一半它就不见了，可能就是来乱的。而且又特别难抓。还有个在那边。这里可以上去。啊，被谁看到
？The second tall neck part. I'll be taking that.
哦，谁？
No! Guess we're done here. Now, I can pick up that part I saw back at the nest.
哑口兽不要理
Picked
他
up the。last of the parts I need. I should get these back to the tall neck. I should return these parts to that tall neck. Big guy next.
功的，因为 LE 没有失败过。他唯一的失败就是玩家死亡，玩家操作失误，他挂掉。哎，不是安装这里吗？哎呀，还是下面。因为我2个都拿到了。哎，没办法安装哎。安装取回的零件有啊。还有 bug， 那安装。因为这个吧，为大型机器充能的电源，而且应该装在下面吧，因为之前是在下面看到它有缺零件。对啊，对，土是骗人。我想说，是不是要爬上建筑物，然后跳上去？在外面走来走去而已，没有来这里。下次应该抓到潜水怪物吧，直接潜。
If I can get on land, I might be able to jump onto that tonic.
讲的这么简单，重点是我要怎么上去？ 楼梯。
Some of the sweat. I should be able to jump onto the tunnel from here. Made it. Now to climb up to its hill.
那这是爬长颈兽的前置比较有创意，刀式比较多。
There we go. Time to override. It's all right. It's done.
有点多了。这样地坠的就完成了。 开噔噔，守视者，风暴鸟在这里。那个嘞，蝙蝠嘞，金孔兽还是什么兽？怎么没有？法罗之墓在这里，应该说目标在那里。诶，这边还有一块呢。 看一下风景，那个沙滩，去看看。啊，这里没有东西，这就是好啦好啦，我要去记录了，今天都先玩到这里，明天来去解法罗之墓，先找个营地，这里。 所以风暴鸟在这里有风暴鸟，所以那个蝙蝠不知道在哪里。而且这边还有这边是那个水吗？海洋吗？可中间还有一块呢，这边还有块地。这个应该是远风人的基地吧？是不是？ 还是远风的基地是在这边，还是在这边？因为这个才是远风人的基地。那这个不知道什么，不过好像游不过去的样子。我先去那个庇护所，再玩5分钟。法罗之屋应该是法罗之前生前的碉堡，他做的碉堡，里面应该一大堆的文件，写说他多么的丧心病狂。我好像有东西可以升级了，是不是？精锐旗追踪者之心，哎呦，这个差一阶。 这也是差雷霆牙。现在升一阶吧，管他的，升就对了。惊恐翼目前找不到在哪里，地图上好像没有，建立看看。两个都地点不明啊，旱牙兽也是，所以表示他目前没有那个没有他的那个出没地。啊，驴有金版呢。哎呦有诶，在那边应该不止这里有吧？我回去这里看看，那边应该也有。如果明天白天有空，我先去找；没空就算了。哦，有啦有啦，在这里，所以还是有的。而且他会用最近的给你，最近的地点给你。看牙兽，然后这个是精英级的吗？好几个地方都还没去。像这个叛军营地我都没有打，我应该找时间把它打一打。而且应该我自己打就可以了吧，因为它也没有什么剧情。好，就玩到这里，剩下明天再玩。感谢大家收看啊，那就明天再见，拜拜。